RHB Bank reported a 6.4% rise in third-quarter net profit, lifted by higher non-fund-based income and lower expected credit losses for loans. The lender's bottom line stood at 615.8 million ringgit, while revenue was 4.1% higher at 3.3 billion ringgit. For the 9 months ended September 30th, the group's net profit climbed by 7% to 1.9 billion ringgit, while revenue grew 7.7% to 10.1 billion ringgit. RHB Bank Group MD Datuk Khairul Azhar Ramli says the group demonstrated resilience during the first 9 months of 2019, delivering higher earnings amid the challenging operating environment. He says the lender will stay prudent in growing its business while continuing to adopt measures to accelerate efforts to manage asset quality and exercise discipline in cost management, supported by strong fundamentals. Bursa Malaysia has disposed of 85,000 shares in Nasdaq-listed CME Group for $17.9 million or 73.5 million ringgit. The local bourse operator says proceeds from the transaction, which was done on the open market, will be used to finance Bursa's planned acquisition of the remaining 25% equity interest in Bursa Malaysia Derivatives. In September, Bursa CEO Datuk Muhammad Omar Swift announced that the stock exchange operator would buy the 25% stake held by CME Group Strategic Investments, following the exercise of the put option as prescribed under an agreement inked on November 30th, 2009. Following the acquisition, Bursa Malaysia Derivatives will become Bursa's wholly owned subsidiary. This will enable it to streamline its assets and expand its offerings in the derivatives business. Bursa bought the 85,000 shares in CME Group in 2009 for $5.9 million or $65.65 per share. The Securities Commission's Audit Oversight Board has barred Afrizan Tarmili Khairul Azhar from auditing public interest entities or private retirement and unit trust schemes for 12 months. The SC says this also applies to the company's partners, Datuk Muhammad Afrizan Hussein, Tamili Dullah Kusni and Khairul Azhar Arifin, effective today. It also fined the firm 455,000 ringgit and Afrizan and Khairul 88,000 each. In August, the SC sanctioned the audit firm and its partners over several breaches involving non-compliance with the auditing standards on fundamental and basic audit procedures. This had affected key financial statements line items, including inventories, revenue, trade receivables, fixed deposits, cash and bank balances, and bank borrowings. Additionally, the SC found that some of the findings were recurring from its previous inspection on the firm. The firm and its partners made an appeal in September, but it was dismissed today by the Commission. Afrizan Tarmili Khairul Azhar is the external auditor for companies including Sisera and Labtech, and the local representative of 1MDB's fourth auditor, Parker Rendell. China Communications Construction Group or CCCG and joint venture partner WCT Holdings have launched core residence at TRX in Kuala Lumpur. It is a high-end freehold project with a GDV of 1.4 billion ringgit being developed by JV firm Core Precious Development and is CCCG's first property development in Malaysia. Core Precious Development Chairman and MD Zhang Bao says the project is targeted at international buyers from countries including Singapore, Japan and China. The project is slated for completion in 2023 with handover in 2024. Core Precious Development aims to fully sell the project by 2022. According to Zhang, CCCG will continue to develop its real estate business in Malaysia and that it is in talks with several local partners for more potential JV developments in Kuala Lumpur, which it hopes to announce by next year. CCCG is the builder of the Penang Second Bridge and the ECRL. The UK has agreed to take back 42 containers of plastic waste illegally shipped to Malaysia. Authorities and shipping agents are currently working together to facilitate the repatriation of the containers, which arrived at Penang Port without the necessary import papers. The development follows a visit by the UK's Environment Agency, which had a series of meetings with the Customs Department, the Ministry of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change (Nasdaq), the Department of Environment and other stakeholders. Nasdaq Minister Yeo Bee Yin says the move is highly commendable. According to AFP, the containers are expected to be sent back to the UK by the end of this year.